guess what we're watching today? Hello, and welcome to another edition of Author E.Jamie Watches, a somewhat weekly show where I react to television shows and or movies and hopefully entertain y'all. Now, for this week, we are back in the Turkish drama Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. That is not the name of the show. I cannot pronounce the name of the show because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl. We are watching episode 44 today. Very excited because episode 43 was awesome. If you are new here, make sure that you are subscribed on this channel, and just in case that YouTube does not allow me to put up the reaction on my reaction channel, then on this channel you will get the preview clip where the link where you can watch the reaction in case YouTube blocks it. Or the link where you can watch the YouTube reaction on my YouTube channel in case that goes well. So far, on my reaction channel, we have episode 35 up. I'm in the process of putting up episode 36, but it takes a little while because the episodes are long. So even with the amount of editing that I do for YouTube, the episodes are still over like an hour, something long, and it takes a while. So just make sure that you're subscribed, especially here, to get the preview clip. I might have found a way to do the Patreon thing, maybe. So we'll see about putting episode 40, because that's the first one that I've done where to put like the full unedited reaction. That's the first one that I have that's full and unedited. I will try to put that one up soon on Patreon and give you guys the link for that when it goes up, because I've tried it. My first Patreon video is the season premiere of season 12 for Supernatural. So if you enjoy Supernatural, I'm also doing Supernatural reactions. I started with season 11 here on YouTube, and I'm starting with the full unedited season 12 episode 1 on Patreon. Of course, I will still be doing my YouTube reactions for Supernatural here as well, but just if you wanted the Patreon option, that starts with season 12 episode 1. And so for Hershey's Chocolate Kisses, it will start with episode 40, if I can get it up there, which I think I might have found a way to. Fingers crossed. So last episode, episode 43, was an awesome episode, except for the ending, where we had our Moran go floofy magoo off a cliff after a fight with Hottie McWeirdo, where Moran was threatening him with a gun to save him, but I'm not sure what his plan would have been if Hottie McWeirdo had let him go, and like how would Moran have shot him on his way down? Like what was his plan there? But either way, both of them were stopped from any shooting or killing because that mother Mammut, on the order of Creepy Grandma, shot Moran. And so Moran has been shot and has fallen into the water, and Rayanne got there just in time to see that. So I don't know what's going to happen with our Moran, but nothing good. Nothing good. The only thing that saves me is knowing that there's like 20 over 20 episodes left still. So, and Moran is the lead of the show along with Rayanne, so we know that neither one of them will die. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there. We finally found out what happened to Moran's piece of shit father, Mehmet, which I'm not sure I liked that reveal that he just killed himself, because because he knew that Mama Dilly and Papa Koala Bear loved each other, and that she hadn't cheated on him, and it didn't make sense with the abusive piece of crap that we knew that Moran's father was. Papa Koala Bear has now been potentially told that Moran is his son, but he doesn't know whether to believe it or not, because Mama Dilly's best friend spit on her grave, metaphorically, by lying to Papa Koala Bear and telling him that the woman he loves, who loved him, had an abortion, was pregnant with his child, but had an abortion. Like, it's bad enough that you would lie to this man about the fact that Moran is his son, but to besmirch your best friend's name, to sully your best friend's name even further by claiming that she had an abortion. Like, what? And please, do not get me wrong. I am completely pro-choice. I am not saying that any woman who has an abortion is an evil woman. What I'm saying is, it was clear, you clearly knew that your friend loved this man. You clearly knew that your friend wanted any child that she would have had with this man. So for you to sully her by claiming that she would have an abortion and kill a child that she clearly wanted, like, I hate this best friend. I hate this best friend the way that I hate Mama Goonie at this point. Oh, she was afraid because creepy grandma threatened her, blah, blah. Bullshit, I don't care. Because both of these women had the power in their hands to stop that crazy bitch. And they didn't take it. So I hate them both. I hate Isla, I think her name is, and I hate Mama Goonie. Papa Koala Bear is convinced that he killed Moran's father, Mehmet, because he had a dream. And he thinks that it's a memory, but it's clearly not a memory. It's clearly just a dream of his own, like, subconscious of what he believes happened. And now we clearly know that is not what happened. But yeah, I would have rather it have stayed Asshat Grandpa killing Moran's father. Having Moran's father kill himself was just stupid, in my opinion. It would have made better sense if it had been Asshat Grandpa. Now, Mehmet killing himself does make sense as a reason for creepy grandma hating Papa Koala Bear. Moran's father was a piece of shit. But in creepy grandma's mind, that was her son. So, of course, as a mother who has just watched your son kill himself in front of your face, and knowing that the reason that he killed himself was because of Papa Koala Bear and Mama Dilly, it makes sense, as evil as creepy grandma is, it makes sense that she would hate Papa Koala Bear. What we still don't know is, why does she hate Asshat Grandpa? Why does she hate Asshat Grandpa so much that she started this insane revenge plot against him for over, it's clearly over 40 years. This has been going on, 40, 50 years. Because Asshat Grandpa and creepy grandma are clearly in their 60s and their 70s. So this has been going on for a while, and I want to know why, and I don't want it to be just because Asshat Grandpa dumped her for another woman. Please, God. I hate creepy grandma, but she is a way stronger woman than to have started this lifelong vendetta against this family just because a man dumped her. So please, God, do not let it be that. And we still don't know who this mysterious she is that Hottie McWeirdo and Mafi, Rayanne's father, are working for. We still don't know. I'm hoping that it's Mama Dilly. However, I have very much questions if it is Mama Dilly, because she has lots of explaining to do if it is her. So, let's see what is going to happen in episode 44. I am so excited for this episode. Please do not let me down. Please. Because we all know the episodes that we won't talk about, those were like a bad dream. But the potential for that to happen again is always there until we reach our happy ending at the end. So, the episodes that shall not be named, let's hope that we never revisit anything like that again. And let's hope that this episode is as awesome as the previous few episodes have been. So, here we go. Hershey's Chocolate Kisses, episode 44. Here we go. Okay. I'm torn about Goonie right now. Because a part of me wants to, because you know how much I love Goonie. And a part of me wants to hang on and be like, okay, she's upset, she's clearly snapped, but maybe she can heal, get some mental help, and get better and still have the life for her that I want and still be a good, happy character. The other part of me is screaming for this bitch's blood and wants her to die. So I'm interested in you guys' point of view right now. At this point, and I'm talking to the people who, like, if you still liked Goonie as a character before this episode, because I'm sure that there are a lot of you that like, oh no, she wanted to be in between Moran and Rayanne, and so I didn't like her, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about if there's anybody out there besides me who has loved Goonie up to this point. If this was a turning point for you, if this was the episode that made you hate her, don't tell me what happens in the future, but I just want to know, like, right now, if you are as torn as I am about Goonie. Because I don't know how to feel about her right now. Because I'm feeling both things at the same time. Moran's got 3 bullet holes in him right now. His own stubbornness is what's going to keep him alive right now. His own inability to be calm and just accept things is what's going to keep him alive right now. I'm not even talking about his love for Rayanne. Yes, we know he loves Rayanne, but just his constitution as a person. His stubbornness is what's going to keep him alive. Because we know that he doesn't die. Although it doesn't look very good for him right now. Creepy Grandma and Asshat Grandpa, I need more information. I know that of course they're not going to give us everything now, that they're like just like teasing it out little by little. And I'm fine with that. As a storyteller, as a writer myself, I understand that. I don't like those people who think that like if there's a mystery, if there's like a hint of a mystery in one episode, that we should get all the answers in like another episode. Lost fans, I'm talking about you, who like every time there was like some like revelation or something or some question, they were like mad that they didn't get it solved in like the next episode. Like, no, the show wants to go on, so of course it's not going to tell you everything in like the next episode. It's going to tease it out little by little to keep you watching. But she kept screaming for Elif, Elif, but then she kept like asking about my son, my son. Is Elif also a boy's name? Yeah. And like I know that like clearly they weren't talking about Skittles because Skittles at that point had not been born yet. So who was the woman? Like, okay. Who was the woman who was left in the fire? And who was the woman who was screaming? Because the woman who was screaming was screaming for Elif, Elif. Was Elif the woman that was left in the fire? But she was also screaming for my son, my son. So I'm conflicted because if this is something that we're going to, like if it's something that I didn't understand, then clear it up for me. Otherwise, if it's something that we're going to learn later, don't clear it up for me. Just tell me that we're going to learn later. But I just need to know who was the woman, if you can tell me, who was the woman who was screaming and being like pulling out of the fire, and the guy was like, let's go, let's go. And who was the woman who was left in the fire? Because Asshat Grandpa, he kept talking about this woman, Aisha, his wife, who was at the farm, who we understood to be some woman who was his wife who died. But now we're trying to learn, there's some thing that's like Azize was Aisha? I'm confused. Okay, if this is something that I misunderstood in this episode, let me know. If it's something that's going to be answered in the future, just tell me it's going to be answered in the future. But right now, I'm hella confused. So Hanny's dead. Hanny's dead. And Hanny's dead just as she like turned and was going to be on the good side. That's unfortunate. I'm kind of hoping that Honey McCrazy is going to be good now. but I don't like that he gave Honey McWeirdo the letter. Because Honey McWeirdo is not good with letters. He has proven this. He has gotten important information and ruined it. Such a good episode. Such a good episode. Mama Koala Bear has given birth to Baby Girl Simba. I knew there was going to end up being Papa Koala Bear that's going to have to deliver that baby. And I need Papa Twatwaffle to die. It looked like he was turning around and was going to be like a good character, but no. I need him to die. Newspaper Dude seems to have accepted the fact that Rayanne is just not that into him. And seems to. I hope that he genuinely has. Ferret. Oh, poor Ferret. Poor Ferret got abandoned on the side of the road as Goonie stole his car. Yeah, such a good episode. Oh my God. I tell you, from like 40 on, they have been like gangbusters. Like, they've come back to the show that I love. And I'm so happy about that. Some crazy confusion in this episode. Yeah, so good. So good. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to do the Patreon thing with episode 40 and with these past few episodes. I think I found a way, but we'll see. But either way, that'll be it for this week's episode. Make sure that you're subscribed to me here on YouTube, because if I'm able to put the YouTube reaction, then in this preview clip here, you will get the link to where you can watch the YouTube reaction, or you can get the link to where you can watch the reaction somewhere else. Eventually, hopefully, you also get the link in here where you can watch the Patreon full unedited reaction. If you would like to see more of my confusion as we watch this show. Yeah, oh my God, so good. So make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/author E.Jamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/author E.Jamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. So happy with Moran's hair this episode. I know that he was gunshot and wounded. He now has 3 holes in that delicious body of his. Thank you for that. Shirtless. Woo. But yay for the hopeful death of the angsty George Clooney hair. Bye.